welcome back to my channel Humpty Dumpty 2. I hope you all are doing good. So many of you ask me, how is my life here in Canada? We have a baby. How are we able to manage? Is it even worth coming to Canada? Thinking about all those points, I thought let me make this video and share some points with you which are actually important, and these are the things which I actually realized after coming here. It's been almost a year that we are living in Toronto, Canada. And those of you who are thinking whether moving to Canada is a good decision or not, if you should move at all, these points are really going to help you. So let's get started with the video. Before that, if you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're tuned to my channel and you get notifications of all my videos. So number one is family. I feel when you come here, you realize it even more. No matter how many video calls, phone calls you might do, but when you don't get to meet your family in a year or in 2 years, or even after a few months, you realize, oh, this is something really bad. Because if you live in India and you live in different cities from your parents, you still get an opportunity to book your flight tickets and go meet them. But here in Canada, it is not that easy. Traveling to your country, it takes a lot of thought process, and when you're new here, initially you would like to save money, you would like to get settled rather than traveling every year. So this is something you're going to miss a lot. I miss it a lot. If given a chance, I would travel to India tomorrow, but it is not that easy. Kabir is already 9 months now and he's not been able to meet all his grandparents and his mom and everyone. So this is something you're going to miss a lot. So if you come here, be prepared for it. Now next point is income. Of course, when you start a new life in any new country, you need to have some cash inflow, right? So here salaries are not very good. You will not get to see a lot of high paying jobs or high paying salaries here. Canada is very popular. If you even Google or anything, talk to your friends, you will realize that salaries in Canada are not as high as compared to the US. So this is something you will find different here when you come here, and when you start searching for a job, for your first job initially, you might not get a good salary. Of course, some people get a good package, good salary as well. But in general, if I talk about, salaries are not really good. And with this, let me come to my third point, which is taxes. Salaries are not high, but taxes are actually high in Canada. So I made a separate video on taxes where I spoke about the different kinds of taxes that are levied by the government here in Canada. I leave a link somewhere in the top in the description box. You can check it out. So the tax system is pretty different here. There are two types of taxes. One is federal tax. This is the central tax or common tax which goes to the national government of Canada. And then second is provincial tax. So this tax is levied on you based on which province you are living in. Like I live in Ontario, so I pay taxes as per the slab brackets which are decided for Ontario. It would be different for British Columbia or any other province. Taxes are pretty high. They can go up to even 30 to 40%, even more depending on the tax slab. So the higher the salary you earn, if you're earning 2 lakh above, more and more of the tax you will have to pay, because the higher portion, the highest portion of your salary will go into highest bracket of taxes, and you will end up spending more of your salary in taxes. So that's how it works here. Low salaries and more taxes, and this is the truth. Now next, let's talk about weather. Of course, Canada is popular for its harsh weather. The snow that we experience here, it was my first time here in Canada, in Toronto, experiencing the snow myself in my whole life. Actually, I never saw live snow ever before. It's beautiful. If you love winters, you're going to love it here. I love winters and we really had a good time. But winters here compared to winters anywhere else, like I am from Delhi NCR, so I have experienced good amount of winter in the India region as well. But winters here are very different. The temperature can vary from like -20 to -40 degrees as well in some of the provinces. The recorded temperature that you might see on the weather websites, it would say that it is -15 degrees here, but actual weather depends on the winds, because winds make it even colder. In 12 months in a year, you will have like 60 to 70% of the time will be winters, and rest, I think 3-4 months you get for summers. So we are in April already and I'm recording this video, and the weather today says, where's my phone?
A few moments later.
So let me show you the weather. It is 3 degrees right now and it is raining, and the lowest it shows is -1. What's the date? Today's April 17th. And let me show you feels like. See, feels like says it is -2 degrees. It says the weather is mix of rain and snow. I'm just sitting in front of the balcony and I can see snow is falling right from the top. So yeah, in April also you will get to see snow. In fact, I've heard in May also you get to see a little bit of snow here and there, maybe flurries or something. So I don't have to say more. If you don't like cold, you don't like winters, please don't come here. You are not going to enjoy it. You'll hate it a lot. So before coming here, make up your mind that weather is going to be like this. Alright, then coming to next point, which is phone plans and data plans. Of course, in today's world, you need to have good internet connectivity, good phone internet data plan connectivity as well. But yes, Canada is very costly in terms of phone plans and data plans. If you go for good popular telecom brands who give like good connectivity all over Canada or the region that you're staying in, can vary from $80 to $100 or more based on what kind of internet you're taking. Yes, you do get cheaper data plans as well, which is also maybe $50 or $60, but then you will see the connectivity is not that good and you will be really, in a puzzle at many of the places because your data plan, your internet will not be working. Now coming to next point, cost of living. So this impacts your day-to-day life a lot because your groceries, your rent, your day-to-day spendings are dependent on this. And it is pretty costly here. If we talk about rents itself are very high. In fact, rents were low last year when people were not traveling much and there were a lot of COVID restrictions. But now the rents have increased to a good percentage amount. If you go to suburbs, rents will be a little low. But then again, your cost of commuting, owning a car, all of that will increase your cost of living again. So overall, cost of living is very expensive, especially if you're coming here without a job. So make sure you have enough corpus for you to survive, I would say 5 to 6 months initially, because for example, if you come here and you bring money in INR, that is rupees, and you start spending in Canadian dollars, and especially when you do conversion, it is going to get spent like this. If you're earning in Canadian dollars and spending in Canadian dollars, that is still better, but then other currencies, it impacts a lot. Of course, you can do some part-time jobs for you to, help your survival, but then having money is important because you never know how much time it's going to take to get a job initially. No domestic help. You will not get a lot of domestic help here, somebody to help you with household chores or, laundry or taking care of your baby in that case. It is here, it is possible, but then it's very costly to afford because there are minimum wages set here in every province. If you start paying your domestic help at the minimum wages, you will end up spending a lot of your money, which will not help. So when you come here, be prepared that you have to do everything on your own, starting from brooming, mopping, doing dishwashers, washing your utensils, taking care of your clothes, laundry, etc. Of course, you have automated machines here, like you have good quality dishwashers, they will be available, but dishwasher will not wash all your utensils. So every day you will have to spend some time, you will have to spend your energy in doing some dishes on your own as well. And there are good laundry washers and dryers available, so that will help you. But in the end, it comes down to doing everything on your own, right from cleaning to eating to everything. Now with this, next point is DIY. So here you will see it is more of do-it-yourself culture, which is that you don't have people to help you out. Like for example, if you order some furniture from IKEA or any other store, you will get a furniture in bits and pieces and you will have to assemble your entire furniture. Like for example, I ordered a chair, or maybe when I ordered this sofa, it did not come in one piece. The table did not come in one piece, the chair did not come in one piece. So everything will come like in bits and pieces. You will have to spend the time, you will have to read the manuals, and you will have to assemble your products in one piece so that you can use that. Of course, it's not easy, it's not that difficult also, but then everything requires time and you have to put some mind onto it, okay, how you're going to do it, and you have to be prepared with that. So that's how the culture is, and that's how people prefer to do their work here. It's not that only you will be the one doing it, but you will see maximum, I think, except for the elite class, like super rich people who have the capability of affording some other third party vendors to do it for them. The rest of the people do it on their own. So people assemble everything, in fact changing car tires when the snow season comes, and people do it on their own. A positive side to it is when you start doing it, you actually start enjoying it as well. It's not that rocket science that you have to do it. Of course, for big tasks like, you know, having some kitchen cabinets done, etc., you can have somebody hired, but people even do painting the walls, all of these things on their own, and they really enjoy it. I haven't experienced that yet, but yeah, I would love to, maybe in future when we buy our house. Now, next point is healthcare. Of course, Canada has lot of healthcare services free, and it is covered by the government, by the province. So lot of things, lot of facilities will be free for you. Like for example, my maternity was entirely free, right from the scans to the delivery of the baby. In fact, now pediatrician visits that I do for my baby are absolutely free too. But there are a lot of services which are not free, and if you have to spend money from your pocket, it is very expensive. Like eye care, the dental procedure, everything is very costly here. That's the reason people prefer taking private insurance, because your private insurance, of course, it's going to add some costly monthly spending from your pocket, but then it is going to cover a lot of things in case you have to get the dental procedures done, or eye checkup, or eye glasses, anything. It's going to get covered in your private insurance, and it's actually not going to burn a hole in your pocket. So that's one thing. And in fact, medicines which are prescribed by a doctor are not covered in your public insurance, health insurance. You will have to spend extra money from your pocket on that. So healthcare is not completely free, but a lot of services are free, and in other cases, if you have private insurance, you can get covered other few services. Otherwise, you have to spend some money from your pocket. Now, the last point that I want to talk about is the economy here is more of credit based economy. People buy lot of expensive items, be it car, or lot of expensive items like TV, laptops, phones, in fact, on EMI. So there's a lot of EMI based culture. You don't have to give the entire money, you don't have to pay the entire money. In fact, you can buy expensive products on EMI, and that's how the economy works here, and that's how generally people buy a lot of things, expensive things in their house like this. It's not that I'm trying to demotivate you, but then you should know these points before coming to Canada, because it is always good to know and be prepared with what you are going into. So if you come here, if you know all these things, it will not be a shocker for you, but then you can get adapted to these points very easily. So that's the purpose of today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, then do click the like button. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button as well. And yeah, you can leave a comment for me as well. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Till then, you take care. Goodbye.